Good morning, this is customer 70691, and we did a blind quote on this unit. We just had a picture to go with, and I had to drive almost a couple hours to get to this unit in an undisclosed state. What we ended up going with the picture, we found out that the collar here and this was snapped. So this is the new one, and I got, since there's vibration, I put some Loctite blue on here, 242, just to keep it in place. But what I noticed when putting the new one on, it just felt like it was jamming up. So there was a, there is actually a, sorry about that. There's a cam that isolates this deck when it's loose. There's a cam, and there we go. So this is the proper positioning for transport and then actual use. So underneath there's a cam that lifts this whole back side up, and then you lock the handle in place, okay? So flipping this back and taking a look at this, I'm gonna flip it over on its side. So right inside here, where my finger is where a cam was dry and it was rubbed up and locked into place on the deck. So what I did is, once I freed it, and I was able to see how I got it free now, it's spring loaded. I put some super lube on there just so they won't struggle in the future here. Now, another interesting thing here is the grip face. This is worn out badly. So their pad, they may have been letting their pads get too thin and not flipping them over and throwing them out and putting new ones. You gotta be very aware of your pad condition when you're running this with all the vibrations. You're supposed to check it every 10 to 15 minutes. To make sure you don't have to flip it over. So, but this one is easily replaced with what we use is a torch and a putty knife, and just peel it back with heat, clean up the surface, and replace the grip face. So that's, I'm gonna have to mention to the customer that portion of it. Also, I ran it, and one thing I was concerned about is these rubber isolators. Over time, with the chemical exposure, it will, you'll actually hear metal to metal contact when they fail. But on this unit, I have to be really careful. So I did run it on these towels here, but there is no metal to metal contact. But the main thing they have to do next is just replace the grip face. With that said, another job well done. Of course, we're gonna have bonus footage. So in the working position, we're just gonna do a quick test of the machine to listen for that metal to metal. Okay, so those isolators are in good shape, along with the cam that isolates the deck from the handle assembly and the base. So everything's looking good until they get the grip face changed.